All right, so we'll just practice some sentences today. Try to get it.
I like
it's
writing.
not clear. All right, there we go. All right, so number one says, so remember we've been practicing direct and indirect quotations. A direct quotation are the exact words that someone is saying, and indirect quotation is when we repeat what was said. So direct quotations have quotation marks, but indirect quotations do not have quotation marks. So if you go ahead and look at your three sentences up here, number one says, did you eat dinner? Ask grandma. Number two says, Tim said, I ate pizza for dinner. And number three says, the man told us to take a right turn. So go ahead and write these three correctly. You can show it to me on the screen when you're done. I'll give you a couple of minutes. So this is something we should kind of breeze through because we've been practicing for like 2 weeks now. So it shouldn't be too bad, okay? So yeah, you can just show me on the screen when you're done. Oh, I might have to put it back, sorry. Oh yeah, I'm trying to get this glare out. Yeah, okay. Maybe a little better.
Excuse me.
Okay, finance and language 112, whatever page. So we make sure that the top of the trash can too is clean. It's wet. Get a wipe and wipe it, please. Yeah.
Dinner for pizza. My pants. Nobody gets in the hands. Did you eat? I ate pizza for dinner. I know. Pizza. Oh, you're supposed to write the whole sentence. I mean, all pizza. It's actually pizza, but I pronounce it like pizza. But it's pizza. Mama,
No. This fact right here on the bottom, you're writing that same thing right here. 5 plus 3 equals 8. 5 plus 3 equals 8. You're writing the same thing again. And you're complete right here.
Right. Sorry. That was fast. Thank you. Maybe change my mind. I just had to instead of being like no, that's the tail. I don't know what we're doing next. Just go right on the top. There's a box. Oh. Right. See? I need to like What? To take out. A what? This one. All right. Okay, got it.
You have to focus on your second one. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Lyric, you can put a little closer.
Schedule. Right.
You're right, it's just like how it looks. Look, you have
Get
5 plus
line.
3, and then you put 8 under the line. 5, then plus, then 3. Equals 8. Do you see how they wrote it? You write it just like that. Okay, a little closer, Camille. I can't see you.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Okay, good. Camille, Lyric, yes, thank you. I'll just give a few more minutes. Almost done?
I get too happy and I just go.
For those who hadn't finished yet.
How do you spell?
Thank you, Solomon. I see. Thank you.
I'm gonna play that.
All right, so let's go ahead and go over them.
Grandma, Tom said, I am. Square, 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 square. Why would you be trusting that man?
Trusting who?
That man, the man told me to take a left turn. Why would you be trusting the man? What if the man might know where he's going? But what if the man lied? What if you like take a left turn? We need to get out this flood.
Okay.
What if
You asked somebody, and you lost. Maybe that was the car, and you lost. Maybe that was the car.
Have you
No,
ever
and
seen
on the
that
owner,
ad
maybe
with
you were
that
lost.
panel
That
that had a sign and it was pointing somewhere?
Okay, so did you eat dinner? Ask grandma. Anybody can tell me how this one should be written down correctly. Okay. But,
Put quotation marks after plus.
okay, start with the quotation.
Capitalize the D.
Capitalize D.
And put a period at dinner and quotation.
A period or asked?
And
No, but I'm saying, you said period, but grandma's asking something, so it's not a period that I have to put.
a comma.
Mm-mm. It's a question.
Wait, no, I'm talking about dinner.
Yeah, it's a question mark. You have said a period, but it's a question mark. And then quotation. Ask grandma, period. Okay, so this is how the first one should have been completed. So did you eat dinner? Ask grandma. So the quotation, meaning the words she actually were saying, is did you eat dinner? Number 2, Tim said, I ate pizza for dinner. How should we write this one the correct way, Camille? You have to unmute.
Capitalize T,
Okay, capitalize first letter T.
put a comma after said,
After said.
quotation marks before I,
Uh-huh.
capitalize I,
Capitalize I.
quotations at the end with a period.
Yes, and period. Tim said, I ate pizza for dinner. His quotation was, I ate pizza for dinner. Good. Number 3, the man told us to take a right turn. Yeah, one more time. I'm gonna tell you mom. Anybody? Number 3. That's an easy one.
Capitalize the T
First letter T
and the period.
and a period. This was an indirect. We're repeating what the man said. So therefore, it is an indirect
I did that.
quotation.
I did.
Good. All right, awesome. So yes, so our test this week, that's all we'll be doing is correcting sentences that have indirect and direct quotations. So hopefully you're in a lot of practice with that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to phonics. Go by our charts first.
Yay.
We'll do 6 through 9 today.
6 to 9.
Which is all of us. Which is all of us.
No,
Miss Lynn, I can hold one of the charts.
6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's start with chart 6.
Yeah, and whoa. I'm getting the chart.
All right, chart 6. All right, let's go through chart 6. CK. CK says in Doug. E says
in me. O says O in go. Y says I and Y says A in pray. ST says and stop. PL says pull and play. FR says fur and frog. ER says church and string. SA says and ship. TH says and dick.
PH says and this.
PL says boo and block. PL says pull and clock. FL says full, 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 and flake. GL says glue, 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 and glue.
All right, good. Chart 7.
Wow. This almost read better
Oh,
than you.
sorry. All right, chart 7. BR says burr, 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 and rise. DR says dr, 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 and drum. PR says purr, 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 and
Pray. GR says grr, 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 and grin. SM says and smoke. SC says and SK says and skate.
ST says
And stay. CR says and crab.
CW
And twin. SPL says spool, 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 and splash. SPR says
first
and scream. SCR says skr, 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 and SQU says and sweet. SN says and snap. SL says full, full, and sleep. STR says stir, 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 and stream. SW says and swim.
Okay, good. Chart 8. Just gone through the charts because we use all the sounds every week.
And 7.
All right, chart 8, THR.
THR says and 3. AR says R, and star. CH says in church. OR says or, in morning. OU says ow, in out. OW says ow, in owl. OW says in bowl. ER says in verse. UR says
And nurse.
IR says in bird. OI says oi, in coin. OY says oi, in boy. O says in book. O says in tooth. W WOR says work, and worms. IGH says I, and night. ALL says LR, and love. ALK says
Up, and walk. Good. Chart 9. And it's good. I like that I'm hearing people today. Okay. Chart 9. Let me zoom it in. Okay. ING.
ING says in pointing. KN says and not. GN says and not. ANG says and hang. Bang. ING says on and king. ONG says on, and long. UNK says on, and strong. I can't see. ANK says ink, and paint. INK says ink, wink. O-N-K says and home. U-N-K says and trunk. W-A says walk and wash. Y says and baby. A says and dot. L-E says leave and little. E-D says I made a mistake. And wanted. E-D says look. A-D says and play. I-N-G says E-D says and play. Oh yeah. Wow. Plus minus stop. I know in first grade. Where did my pencil go? And
All right. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and practice some singular and plural nouns. So let's see how refreshed we are. So when I say singular, what does that mean? A singular noun. Okay, Solomon, what you have? A singular noun.
There's only one thing.
It's only one noun. So what's the opposite of singular? Instead of me telling you, what is the opposite of a singular noun? Lyric? Plural noun, which means that it'll be more than one. All right, so what I would like you to do is I will call out some nouns. If it's singular, you're going to clap. If it's plural, you're going to snap. Singular, clap. Plural, snap. Okay? Well, if you don't know how to snap, just do that. You know. Yeah, some people may not. It's okay. All right, are we ready? So first noun, hold on 1 second. Sound. Okay, first one, refrigerator. I should be seeing clap. That is singular, refrigerator. Okay, next one, potato. That's singular. Next one, glasses. Plural. Next one, women. Ooh, I'm seeing mixed. Women is plural. Woman. Okay, next one, deer. Deer is both. If you say I saw a deer or I saw 2 deer, that's yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's one that doesn't change. Next one, sandwiches. Sandwiches. We're gonna clap or snap. That's a snap. Sandwiches. Okay, next one, cookies. Yes, that's plural. Okay. Apple. Singular. Okay. Yeah. Teeth. Okay. Yeah, same. Okay, and last one. Children.
Wait, children? Yay! Don't I know the rules? Could you do
Yep, children is singular. That's only, I mean, that's, sorry, children is plural. That's more than one. A group of children. Awesome. So those are your singular and plural nouns. So let's look at how to write them because yes, it's good to identify, but we have to know. So cat, how will I turn cat into a plural noun? Can anyone tell me what will I do to turn cat into a plural noun? Okay, Lyric, what will I do?
C-A-T-S.
Yes, just simply
I thought
adding
it was
S to
kitty.
the end. Cats, plural. Bush, how do I turn bush singular into bush? Well, if I say it, I don't know. Plural, how would I do that, Josiah?
You were just about to say it.
Have to unmute.
Add ES.
ES, because it ends with that SH. So BUSHES. Good. Next one, Lily. Lily, that's a flower.
That's my favorite flower.
Lily, how would I turn Lily singular into plural?
L-I-L-I-E-S.
Yes, so I take away the Y and add IES.
Wait. Miss Liz, one day can we go find some lilies, guys?
Okay. All right. And we've also been practicing contraction. Remember when we have two words, we put them together, we contracted, we put it together to make it into a shorter word. An apostrophe comes into play to help us to make the word shorter. So let's look at I am. Could anyone tell me the contraction for I am? These are my two words. What will my contraction be?
I'm writing all this down so I can know.
Okay, Camille.
I'm.
So I apostrophe M. I will. I will. How will I contract? I will. I'm sorry, what would it look like when I contract it? Hannah?
I'll.
So that's I apostrophe LL. So we take away the WI. Sorry, I'm just going to take away A. It is. What is it is when I contract it? It's. That's IT apostrophe S. Take away that I. You are. You are. Lyric. When I contract it, what is it?
Your.
Your. Next page. Your. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. We took away the A. We have. When I contract, we have.
Wait.
We have. We've. W-E apostrophe V-E. We take away the H-A. Could have. Could have. Could have. C-O-U-L-D apostrophe V-E. We take away the H-A again. Do not. Do not. Josiah, do not. What is it when I contract it?
Don't.
Don't. D-O-N apostrophe T. We took away the O out of not. Awesome. Good. All right, let's go ahead and add a suffix to these words here. Everybody's, whatever. Okay, let's start with slip. Come on. Slip, give me a contraction and not contraction, a suffix. That's what I meant to say. And how should it be written down correctly? Add either S, I-N-G, or E-D.
Slip. I-N-G.
Yeah, I said the right. Or write it the right way. Okay.
I'm gonna use purple.
Okay. Look. I don't think that needs to be sharpened.
Come on.
Okay, what's my rule?
Whoa.
Double the P. Next, I have skip. Anybody wants to tell me my new word if I add one of the suffixes here? If it's S, I-N-G, or E-D, what will the word become? If I add a suffix, go ahead, Amina.
Skipping.
Okay, spelling, I think I said 4.
No, you can't.
Taylor, why are you taking your hair out and come in line and show me your stuff? I think your mom's gonna be after this. Don't take your hair out.
I mean, I don't think this is a good idea or not.
Okay. Okay, what's the rule?
Applying double P.
Badger. Sorry, double your consonant. Next we have trip. Anybody? Okay, Solomon, which suffix do you want to add?
ED.
Okay, tell me how would I write it?
T
Uh-huh.
RIP PED.
Good. Doubling that consonant. Good. And flip. Anybody? How would I make flip a new word? Lyric, go ahead and add a suffix to it. ED?
Yeah.
Okay, how would I write it?
FLIPING.
Okay, are we missing something here? It has a short vowel and a consonant. What do I do to the consonant?
Mark it out.
Not take it out. That's silent E.
Oh.
Remember, if it has a sharp vowel and it ends with a consonant, what do I do to the consonant before I add my suffix?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I would double it. So I will put 2 P's instead of 1. Okay? All right, cool. All right, let's look at these special sounds. Let's get some words. So I have PL, pull, like in plane. All right, Camille, can you give me a word? PL, pull.
Plant.
Plants. What about BL, bull? BL, bull.
I know.
Anybody got a word? Let's see them. Okay, Josiah, what you have?
I actually have 2.
Blow.
Blow. CL, cool. CL, cool.
Clean.
Clean.
I got
FL, full. FL, full.
FLOH.
Floats. SPL, spool. SPL, spool. Okay, Hannah.
Splash.
Flash and SL, soul. SL, soul.
Slat.
Huh?
I just forgot my word.
Okay. Anybody? SL, soul. Hey, what you got, Lyric?
Oh no. Slide.
Slide. Okay. Slide. Good. All right. All right, go ahead and get out your books. Let's do our dictation today. We're on 223. 223.
Yep. I got it. Stop counting the paper. This student, 223.
Yes.
Thank you.
223. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Or are we still getting the page?
Got it.
Still getting the page for some? Yeah?
No.
Okay. All right.
Oh, ah! Listen.
All right, so let's go ahead. So we have sentences today again. All right, first one, the top one, it says Max's. Ooh, what is Max's? Max's notebook is missing. That's gonna be a tricky one. Max's notebook is missing.
Who said that?
You.
I failed.
So think about the sentence so that you know how to write that Max.
Max, who could have took your notebook?
I have no idea. I know who did.
All right, so Max's notebook is missing. How should I have written Max's? Okay, Solomon, what you have?
Add ES.
Huh?
Add ES.
Not ES. I do add an S, but not ES. Okay, let's see. What else we have? Let's see. Josiah, let me hear. What you got?
Apostrophe S.
Apostrophe S. Yes. So listen, when I said notebook, that belonged to him. So that means Max has turned into a possessive noun. So it should have been MAX apostrophe S notebook. Okay, next one underneath. He can't find it. That's a contraction. He can't find it.
That's the other. It's a long
Again. So this is my last time. Yeah. That to that page. Why did you do that to that page?
I wrote Max's notebook.
This is what you can work on. Okay, he can't find it. All I want to know is how should I have written that contraction? Can't.
Hello.
Cut it is not a word. Can't. How would I write can't? Evan?
C-A-N-T.
Just C-A-N-T?
I mean, C-A-N-T and apostrophe S.
Not quite. How would I write can't? Can't. Okay, Lyric, how would I write can't?
C-A-N apostrophe T.
Good. C-A-N apostrophe T. Remember, with not, we take out the O, so that's why you'll have the N apostrophe T. Okay? All right, good. Awesome. All right, so that's all our dictation for today. But let's look at number 2 on that same book, the same page. I want to kind of look at number 2 real quick for those who maybe didn't do it. Okay, so number 2 says choose the best contraction to finish each sentence. So just keep in mind, whenever we have the contraction, remember it was 2 words that were put together. For example, it says the first one, it says, my sister said they weren't or wasn't finish weeding the garden. Now, they both could sound like they would go, but listen to this. Remember, weren't is were not, and wasn't is was not. So when you read it like my sister said they were not finished the weeding the garden, or my sisters say they was not finished weeding the garden, which one sounds better? Were not, right? So it will be weren't finished the garden. So just be careful of that. Remember, the contraction is two words put together. So when you're reading, trying to figure out which contraction will go, it's best to break it apart so that you can read it right. Look at the second one. Ethan wouldn't or would have come to school, but he was sick. So what that's saying is it Ethan would not come to school, but he was sick? Or Ethan would have come to school, but he was sick? Which one makes more sense?
Ethan
Which one? Y'all can just tell me.
wouldn't.
Would have. Somebody said wouldn't, but no, it's would have come to school. Would not doesn't make sense.
Wouldn't.
So next one, it says, I'll be busy Saturday helping mom bake cookies, or I'm be busy Saturday helping mom bake cookies. I mean, this one you can kind of hear. Yeah. I'll, because it's I will be busy helping mom on Saturday instead of I am busy. Okay. Next one, pastor said he'll excited about our church missionary project. Our pastor said he's excited about our church missionary project. He. Pastor said he is. Okay. And last one, don't grandma be surprised when she sees her gift, or won't grandma be surprised when she sees her gift?
Won't.
That doesn't even go in there. Okay, awesome. So just keep that in mind, guys. Okay, you'll see this on the test. That's why I'm telling you this. So you just have to pay attention to the contraction. Remember, it's two words that were put together. Okay, so you have to read it. Also read it how it is written down, but also read it with the contraction broken apart, just like I did. Okay. All right. So that is it for our phonics. I think on your page you have some possessive nouns to practice and some diagramming. Remember your subject and verb. All right, let's go ahead and move on to math. You'll need your book on today. Remember, we were on the mixed numbers page yesterday, so we'll be on the one for today. Okay? I think it's 113.
112. 112.
No, the one from yesterday was 112, but the one today is 113.
Oh, this one.
Oh, well, yeah, it's 112. Sorry. Lesson worksheet 112.
That looks like funny.
So today we are going to fill it in. Yesterday it was there for us, and all we had to do was write the mixed number. Today we'll fill it in. But we'll do some board work first before we get into our book, before we move on to that part of the lesson. We have like 2 pages in our book today, so we'll do that last. Yeah, math will probably be our longest lesson again today. Our math probably is going to start. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll do a couple of things on the board first, but you can get the page ready because right after we're finished with the board, we'll go into the and you need a loose leaf paper as well. 112, lesson worksheet 112. It's the one with the shapes. Okay. Okay, here. And take your time so that you're doing it right. All right, spelling. Spelling. Okay, spelling.
I can read this. You can't.
The trash is in full.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean, there's not much to throw away.
That's a big trash can. Actually, Miss Fooden's trash can is almost bigger than mine. Mine is bigger than hers.
No, I'm gonna need it for some papers.
Garbage is the sound of that you will take from that. Ew! Oh, how many times
4.
Oh, coloring.
All right, we ready? Yep. Okay, so we're not in the book now, but if you have a loose leaf paper, I would like you to, because we'll be working out a few problems on the loose leaf paper. So if you want to get that ready too. All right, but let's go ahead and review how to find the perimeter of something. So remember, when we have a shape, what's the first thing? So if it asks us to find the perimeter of this triangle here, what's the first thing we do to find that? Okay, Solomon, tell me, what's the very first thing I do?
Measure.
Measure the sides using what? Inches or centimeters?
Centimeters.
Measure each side using centimeters, okay? So I have done that. I have 10 centimeters on this side, 5 centimeters here, and 10 centimeters on the other side. So who can tell me what is next? After I measure each side of my shape, what's the next step I take to figure out the perimeter of the shape? I've measured each side using centimeters. So what's next?
Next, you have to add 10 plus 10, then you have to add 10 plus 10
Plus 5. So now I will add up each side. So I said 10 centimeters plus another 10 centimeters plus that 5 centimeters. Add them up. So we know 10 and 10 make 20, and 20 and 5 make 25. So what's my perimeter of this triangle? 25 centimeters. Yes. Okay. All right. So in your book, you've been having a lot of problems that have been having multiple types of numbers they're giving you. So just make sure that you're paying close attention as you're reading. Like yesterday, your problem has said in grade 1, they had a certain number. So be careful with that, okay? Like I think last week on your test, it was asking about the children who wore sneakers, but they gave you the number of students, the room number, and how many children wore sneakers. So I just want to let you know, make sure you're paying close attention to those story problems, those word problems, so that you can make sure you're adding or subtracting the right thing, okay? So just pay close attention to the details. Okay, as I'm grading tests, if you're not focused on what they're asking for, you'll put the wrong number. So always make sure to read the problem through the whole thing before you go into building your problem, okay? So you don't want to get halfway and you're like, oh, okay, I got to add this. And you don't even know what they're asking you to figure out, what to add or what to subtract. So make sure that you read it all the way through first, and then you say, okay, I need to add or I need to subtract. All right, just keep that in mind. All right, on your loose leaf paper, can you draw me 13 quarters and show me how much money that would be? Remember, a quarter is worth how much money? 25 cents.
Oh, it's right
So
there.
go ahead, and I'm gonna show so I can see everybody. Okay, go ahead, 13 quarters, and tell me how much money that'll be. It's not the page. It's 112. 25, 50, 75, $1. 25, 50, 75, $1. That's our pattern. It's only this page. Stop doing 2 pages, okay? There's only
I
one.
put $2.35. 50. I can come show you, Miss Bridget.
Just hold it up. Let me see. Okay, make sure when you have your amount, just show me.
Wait. Stop showing me that money.
$3.
Show me the money. It looks real.
What's the amount?
It's up here.
Where's my dot and dollar sign? Okay, let's see. I'm seeing different answers. No. Okay, 325, 325. Okay. All right. I have a few up. Okay, thank you. I think that was Hannah. Camille. Yeah, showed yours, Camille. That was yours up. Yeah. Josiah. Okay. Omar. Okay. Okay, let's see. Lyric. Push it over the other way, Lyric. I can see the quarters, but not the amount. Okay. All right. So 13 quarters. So we know 4 quarters is $1. 4 more would be 8. That's another $1. That's $2. 4 more would be $3. So that's 4, 8, 12 quarters. Then that 1 extra quarter for 13 will make it $3.25. Good job. Some of y'all had that answer. Good. $3.25. So just remember, you put your dollar sign, 3. That's where your dollar is. Dot 25. This is your dollar, your 10, your 1. Just remember that, okay? All right, next amount is 1 quarter, 2 dimes, 4 nickels. 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and 4 nickels.
Make sure you write them down.
Which one of these animals do you think can move the fastest? And the slowest? I don't know. I don't think it's very sure. Are these in ABC order? No, because why is A down here? Put these in ABC. Alphabetical means ABC order. So look at them again. Okay.
Yeah, I got it right. It was 49.
Okay, 1 quarter, 2 dimes, 4 nickels. I'm not saying yes or no. I'm just looking. Okay, thank you, Camille.
That's the same sign as up there. Either you can do the same sign like this, or okay.
How to count it.
What? I'm not doing.
How do you count this? This is hard to count now that it's like, now that there's quarters. I used to be able to count in this game and it was hard to
These are real simple.
It's hard to count.
Okay, anybody else? I see Dennis. Sorry, Camille and Omar's. Anybody else is ready? Lyric, okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Hannah. All right, thank you, Josiah. Okay, so we had a quarter, which was 25. 2 dimes, that's 35. 45. 4 nickels, 50, 55, 60, 65.
No,
25, 35, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65.
I was so close. Got it.
25, 45, 45, 50, 55.
My sin.
Y'all looking at me like,
We're looking at you because we did not know this. We thought it was gonna be.
I put a dollar sign.
yeah, I don't know. A lot of people put 70. Where did y'all get 70?
I know.
Did y'all add like an extra 5?
Oh yeah, because that.
I don't know. But y'all were close. It's just a couple people had 70. I don't know. But okay, good. All right, let's go ahead and practice some addition, adding dollar amounts up. That'll be the last thing we'll write on our paper. No, one more thing you're doing your paper. Okay, so I have $2 amounts here. I have $1.87 plus $2.41. Okay, make sure when you're putting your money amount answer down here, you also put your $sign and your dot to split each place of where the number is. Then I have $4.36 plus $5.19. Go ahead and add those two up. Okay.
But how do we learn?
Some of these books are all over the floor.
Wait, what are we doing?
Caitlin, your stuff is on the floor.
Yes. Voila. The best girl. Dollars. Time? No, dollars. What is showing too? We all do that.
Let me see. No. It says right below. Y'all are not reading directions. Words below, you have to put them in ABC order. I don't know why you. Let's make sure we're doing our facts, guys. Not playing.
Is the first one right? I just want to make sure.
We're gonna talk about it. Just add it up. If you start in the back and you carry over.
In the front or the middle?
That's the whole point. You're supposed to know where to carry, when, and where you have to carry.
I studied a lot for this. I'm gonna do this brainy before me.
Oh, some of them have rules that weren't followed. Okay, we'll see. I'll talk about it.
Wait. So the answer to number 1 is B.
Your test.
15. The first one is 5. And the second one is 7,009. 36. Wow, that's not the right answer. That's not the wrong answer. That's not the right answer.
Evan would never write out of
Really crying. I'm done. Hey.
Yeah, please. All right. Somebody walk me through the first one. Serenity, $1.87 plus $2.41. Can you walk us through how to add this one?
Seven plus 1 equals 8.
Okay. Dancing has an E at the end. And you added it.
And 8 plus 4 equals 12.
Okay, how do I show 12?
Put the 1 up here.
Where?
And put there.
Okay, tell me like under
Put
what number
1.
or above what number? Where do I put the 2?
You have to put the 2. Yeah, 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 3.
Okay, so 8 plus 4 is 12. I put the 2 here. I carry my 1 over here. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 plus 2 is 4. My answer should have been $4.28. Is that what everybody has? Yep. All right, Omar, can you do the second one for us? $4.36 plus $5.19. Okay.
6 plus 9 is 15.
1 second. Somebody's trying to solve the problem and y'all are making noise. That is really rude. Okay, go again. Go ahead. I'm sorry. 6 plus 9 is
6
what?
plus 9 is 15.
Okay, how do I show
Give me the
15?
one. Give me the 1 above the 3.
Okay, 1 above 3, 5 down here.
Then draw that line and it equals 4. Then 4 plus 1 equals
Okay, 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. Okay.
4. 4 plus 5 is 9.
9 should have been $9.55.
erased that.
We have both correct. You did both of them the right way. All right. Okay, let's look at the comparison symbols. So I need to put either a plus sign, a minus sign, or a times sign. So would it be 4 plus 10, 4 minus 10, or 4 times 10 is equal to 40? Which symbol would make these two equal to one another? 4 times 10, 4 minus 10, or 4 plus 10? Which one would make this equal to 40? Which one? Did I say 4 plus 10 is equal to 40? 4 minus 10 is equal to 40, or 4 times 10 is equal to 40?
4 times.
Times. 4 minus 10 is impossible. 4 plus 10 would be 14, therefore it would not be equal. So 4 times 10 is 40, so 40 is equal to 40. So 2 minus 1, is it less than, greater than, or equal to 3 plus 4? 2 minus 1, is it less than, greater than, or equal to 3 plus 4?
Greater?
Okay, so 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 plus 4 is 7.
I mean, less.
Less than. Make sure you always work out the problem first before assuming. Always work out the problem to figure out what the answer is, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and look at our book. Okay, on that mixed numbers page, everybody's on that page, yes? Okay, so yesterday we practiced giving the mixed number. If you don't remember, mixed numbers are when we have two numbers together. We have a whole number and a fraction, like if I would say 4 and 1/2. 4 is my whole number, 1/2 is my fraction. So it's called a mixed number. It's when you have a fraction and a whole number together at one time. Okay, mixed numbers. All right, so let's look at our first one on the page. So we are going to shade it in the way that it should go. So what is my mixed number? It's telling me to color what?
2.
Online, can you unmute your screen so I can hear you today?
Oh, I know. 2.
2 squares.
2 and what? What's the fraction?
Out of 1. Oh, I know it.
What's the mixed number on number 1? It's 2 and
half.
I do this then?
Out of 1.
Is everybody on the page? Lesson worksheet 112?
I'm on it now.
Yes.
I'm on the page now.
This page, I had asked y'all to get on it before the lesson started.
You have 2 1s and a 2.
2.5.
2.5. So On this one, number one, it's asking you to color 2 1/2. That's what I'm asking. I was asking what was the mixed number. It's 2 1/2. So that means how many whole shapes do I need to color?
2.
2. And then in my third shape, let's focus on 2 first. So go ahead and color in 2 holes here. So the 2 in this problem, the 2 is telling us that's 2 whole shapes. So color in 2 of the whole squares. Do that now.
Mommy, she wants us to shape them 2.5 squares.
2.5 of the squares? Okay, so where's your paper at?
Just shape it in.
So yes, you can just shade it with your pencil, guys. Color in 2. That's what we're doing. 2 holes. That it says 2 1/2. I'm sorry, 2 1, yeah, 1/2. So that means 2 whole shapes are shaded in. So color in the whole shape, 2 of them. That's why we have the big 2. It's a read, not do a book. No, these aren't in ABC order. You don't remember how to put an ABC order? We practiced it yesterday. So why did you just write anything? You didn't put it in ABC order. You just wrote the words how they were written down there. They're not in order. You have to put them in order up here. Okay, does everybody have their 2 holes shaded in? Yeah?
Like this, Miss Flugia?
Could you show it to me when you're done, just so I can make sure you're coloring it the right way? When I say 2 holes, that means coloring in the whole shape. Yes, and you could just use your pencil, okay? You don't need to like find, okay? Okay, thank you, Camille. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Solomon, Hannah. Thank you. Okay. So we have the 2 holes, and now what is our fraction? 1/2. So how many pieces do we need to have total cut?
1.
2. Remember, your bottom number tells you how many pieces total. So go ahead and split your third square into 2 pieces. You can divide it however you want. Split it into 2 pieces because it's telling us 1/2 is telling us that there are 2 pieces.
Let's split it.
So
split all 3 of them that are not.
No, you only split the third one. Your first 2 had to be shaded in all the way because they were 2 holes. So that 2 tells you that 2 of the shapes are shaded in the whole way. Okay? Now the third shape, that's where we do the 1/2. We do the fraction part of that.
So the ones that are shaded, divide it there.
No, you're dividing the third one. So you have the 2 that are shaded in. Do you have the 2 that are shaded in all the way? So now we're on the third shape because we have to show 1/2 in that third one. So the third one we divide in half, 2 pieces. How many pieces are we coloring?
2.
We cut it into 2 pieces. Remember, your bottom number tells you how many pieces. Your top number tells you how many are shaded. So how many would be colored in?
3.
1. The 1/2 tells us 1 piece is shaded out of 2 pieces total. So if you did it correct, this is what it should look like. You have 2 holes and 1/2. 2 whole shapes are shaded. That third one is only a half is shaded. Yeah, if you finish your spelling, put it up so you can work on your work pages. Please stop biting on the pencil. And make sure you read the directions. It says put those words at the bottom in ABC order.
I'm not doing 100.
I hope so.
100.
Let's
Have that.
okay, let's go to the second one.
Oh, I know this one.
Okay, this one says color 3 and 1/2 of the circles. 3 and 1/2. So let's break down our mixed number. How many holes are we coloring in?
3.
3. So coloring
3.
3 circles, all the whole thing. 3 of the circles, the whole thing. Huh? 3. Yeah. What? Huh? Yeah. No. Just do the holes for me. Could you please stop humming? That's still not right. Because how does T come way before G? And when I look up here, G is right there and T is all the way over there. So I don't know how that works.
Does it have
Okay, so then we did our 3 holes.
to?
All right, so let's look at the fraction.
No.
So the fraction tells us 1/2 of a circle. So how many pieces am I going to cut my circle in?
1. I mean 2.
2 pieces. And then how many pieces am I going to shade?
1.
1. So go ahead and do that on your last one. That's the 4th one. You have 3 of them colored in the whole way. Then you have 1 of them that is colored in halfway because that's 1/2 of the circle is colored in.
But we didn't do number 3.
Yeah, because we are on number 2.
Number 3. Girl. Oh, are you on number? Could you type on my pencil?
After you shading because it's going to wear it down.
My pencil is running out of ink. Mine, no. Get on. Heaven, how do you run out of ink? Because he has his other pencil. No. Exactly.
You look at the machine and write whether it's a wheel, a lever, a wedge, or a screw. Go in your science book. Remember we learned that in science.
Oh, yeah. I'm not writing hard. Well, so maybe I just
Nope. Stay on the page you're on. Thank you.
erase some of that. This looks like it's about to break. It's about to break. I've been using this one throughout the whole Zoom, and everyone else thinks it's about to go out, but mine's not. Mine is not really good. Look. Mine, but you can still write like it. I know, but it's not how it is. Mine is like it's like this. This is how it's coloring. Gray. This is how mine is coloring. Black. Word next. But I just like to write. So I can say something. Cheek, cheek, cheek.
I hope all you didn't do was just go change the T, because it's not gonna work if that's what you did.
You didn't even understand. I just
A lot of them were not in the correct place.
I'm done speaking.
Yeah, but they working on something. All right, so after this one, go ahead and do number 3. Work on number 3, and let's see if we can figure out number 3. So number 3 is 4 1/4. Okay, try this one. All right, do we have the 4 and 1/4? Anybody has it? No? Not yet? Good. Anybody else? Why did you skip one? But yes, no, that's only 3.
Look, it's only 3.
Okay, so it is right, Hannah, with the 4, but the last one was just 1 for it. So only 1 piece is shaded out of 4. Same thing, Josiah.
I did all of them white.
Wait, I'm looking at the wrong one. Hold on, let me see. Yeah. So y'all, everybody's doing half for number 3. It's 1/4, y'all. 1/4.
Like
So that means you needed to cut 4 pieces and shade in 1.
Like this? Like this?
Amina, you putting that in her face.
He said
See, you needed to shade in 4, and then break it into 4 and color only 1. See? Everybody did half, but it was 1/4.
everyone was like, you don't understand. Miss Woodage,
Okay.
I just colored it like the Microsoft because you were talking fast on the computer. No, you're talking you're cheating.
All right. Okay, so you can finish the rest on we'll finish some more tomorrow. So don't do the rest of this page. We'll finish tomorrow doing the bottom portion. Okay, we'll do extra day of this lesson. Okay. All right, cool deal. All right, so go ahead and don't say that.
This page.
Oh, it's gonna get off the turn.
You get a stick. You don't get a stick.
Oh, yes. I did see that. I knew it was coming. All right, so that's it for math.
Yeah, we got
So if you didn't do your pages today, you'll finish your multiplication. Remember, we have learned ×5, so that's a practice page for you today. Practicing ×5.
Miss Littles, when do we have reading? Next week. Will you do this? We have no week. Stop worrying about yourself.
All right, so what's next? All right, science. Let's go ahead and get out your science.
Oh, we almost got that fast. Wait,
Sorry,
we
not
did that.
science. We're on language. Sorry, before we get to science. Let's do language first. Practicing adverbs.
Let me
My
go.
bad.
Shredding the paper.
Okay.
Shredding the
Okay. Here.
paper.
Bless you.
Shredding the paper. Gonna be like, no, teacher. I know how. Why do we have to do all this?
Yes.
Oh, my
But all the
teacher.
jumping from thing to
Miss Fugans.
They're right there. Yeah, but we'll do language first. I forgot we have to go over language first, and then we'll go to science. Yeah.
It was the biggest club. It tells us when World War II. There's some cupcake wrapper on the floor by the trash can. Evan.
Amina, did you know
What?
that?
Hey.
Amina, did you know the writing book is the biggest book?
Left that on the floor,
Did
girl.
not get that
My
at all.
trash can. You did this.
No, you did
Hold on.
Amina, did you know the
And
writing
I didn't
book?
have a cupcake. That's what I did. Yes, you did. Stop lying. You had a blue one. I had a blue one.
I'm also done. I
I got okay. I actually had a cake that was cut into a cupcake. So it's just
No, it's
I'm here like look at her hand today.
Second grade. Second grade. A little too much. I don't.
Did you know the writing book is the biggest book?
What do you mean? They're down here. So when you're putting something in ABC order, what do you look at?
The writing book.
Okay, so that's all you have to do for each one is look at the first letter and put it in order based on the alphabet. Okay, so let's go ahead and practice adverbs. Could we go over the definition, please? So what is an adverb?
An adverb
Is a word that describes a verb, another adjective, or another verb.
verb.
Good. An ad.
After another.
Okay, so an adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another verb. So remember, I told you adverbs. Well, we've been practicing describing verbs, so that's usually what it'll do. But it will tell you how the verb was done. How the verb was done. Okay. So I'll read some sentences, and I want you to identify the adverb inside of the sentence. Okay. Okay, so first one, the players cheered loudly for the team. The players cheered loudly for the team. What would be my adverb in that sentence? The players cheered loudly for the team. Anyone knows what the adverb would be?
Loudly.
Loudly. Loudly is describing how the verb cheered is done. And remember, adverbs have ly at the end. Okay. Next one. The cat was quietly approaching the bird. The cat was quietly approaching the bird. Oh, we got hands. Wow. Camille?
Quietly.
Quietly. Quietly is describing how the cat was approaching bird. Next one. Dad ran quickly to the car. Dad ran quickly to the car. What would my adverb be? Lyric. Yes, quickly. Good. You sang the song beautifully. You sang the song beautifully. What's my adverb? Hannah?
Beautifully.
Beautifully. It's describing the verb sang. Good. Next one. We eagerly waited for the store to open. We eagerly waited for the store to open. Eagerly. That's your adverb describing how you waited. Good. The man slowly opened the door. The man slowly opened the door. Adverb? Slowly is describing how the man opened the door. Good. Okay. I drew the picture perfectly. I drew the picture perfectly. What's my adverb, Josiah?
Perfectly.
Perfectly is describing how the verb drew was done. Good. Okay. Okay. The driver drove carelessly down the road. The driver drove carelessly down the road. What would my adverb be? Carelessly. Carelessly, describing how the driver drove carelessly down the road. Yes, 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 yes.
Wait, I thought it was
Carelessly, I said, not carefully. Yeah. No, that's not okay. The balloon rose quickly in the sky. The balloon rose quickly in the sky. Adverb. Quickly, describing how the balloon rose in the sky. Okay. My mom cares deeply for me. My mom cares deeply for me.
Deeply.
Deeply, adverb describing how mom cares. Okay? All right.
This is deep.
One more. Lisa watched the game closely. Lisa watched the game closely.
You said it.
Camille?
Oh, we would know.
Closely.
Closely. Good. So all of these are examples of adverbs. So on the test, you'll have to identify the adverbs in the sentence. Remember, adverbs describe how the verb was done. So all of them will usually have ly at the end of it. Okay, so just remember that. You should make it A. Okay, awesome. All right, let's look at your science.
Science.
Okay.
Science.
Same like C, D, E, N, G, H,
Look at
I,
the
K,
bill
L, M, N. Awesome. Yeah. Praise the Lord. I know. Yeah, all you have to do was look at the first.
Yeah.
Yep, good. Good job.
Page 115. Oh, guys, at the old school, y'all remember the firefighters came?
Yes.
Yes. It passed.
So it is not time for reflection at the moment? Okay. All right.
That was so.
Hmm?
I saw my dad there.
Cool.
He was going to a different place. He was away from me.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's look at page 115 in science this week. This chapter we're moving on to it's talking about how things work. So we'll talk about like forces and energy and motion and all of that. We'll talk about that during this chapter. Okay. So this week I will focusing on energy and how energy works. Okay. So enjoying how things work. Have you noticed that everything God created works together? God created order. When God created the universe, he designed it to work in a special way. Scientists who understand how the universe works are able to use the scientific method better. If we understand how things work, we will have better science observations and better guesses. We can design better experiments and discover new science ideas. So yes, everything works in a certain way. Works a certain way, Lord. Yes, so because of that, that's because God made everything to work in a certain order. It has a specific way that God wants everything to work. And so the Lord did that. And so scientists, their job is to study how things have a certain order. So they'll study and study and study. And that's how we learn about the different things. So one of those things, like I said on page 116, is energy. Let's look at 116.
Reading today.
Yeah, y'all can read today.
Yeah.
So yeah, come on.
Me?
Yeah, that's it.
I can read after. Me.
If you sit, like I've been asking you
What gives you the strength to run? The answer is energy. Energy is the ability to do work. God created energy. Energy makes things go. The food you eat gives you energy. Energy is found in many forms. We receive energy in many ways. Your muscles have energy to run and play. The sun has energy. It warms the earth. Sunlight energy helps plants make food themselves. Heat has energy. A fire can be used to cook something or give off enough food to warm your body.
Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so energy is the thing that gives us strength. Energy is the ability to do work. So when something like us humans have energy, we're able to do different things. When we run out of energy, though, that's when we're like, oh, I'm so tired. That's when we're unable to do things, okay? Energy makes things go. The food we eat is what fuels our body and gives us the energy that we have. Energy is found in many different ways. Your muscles have energy that helps you to run and play. The sun has energy that warms the earth. And heat has energy. If you light a fire, the energy that's from the fire, that's what warms and heats things up. So energy can come in different kinds of ways. So we have energy that comes from our muscles, so we're able to move. Well, we get it from food and it fuels our body. Then you have the sun, energy is warming the earth, and then you have fire, the energy is to let off heat. Okay, 117, anybody? Okay, go ahead, Camille. I have no idea.
The wind has energy. It can lift a kite into the air. Moving water has energy too. It can run a water wheel. Sound has energy. It is how it is able to travel to your ear. Every kind of energy can make something work.
Good. So the wind also has energy. That's how it moves things. Moving water has energy. That's how it moves things. And then, of course, we know sound has energy. That's how sound is able to travel. So all of these different things use energy to be complete, to do what it needs to do. All right, 118. Okay, go ahead, Josiah.
Cars burn fuel or use electricity for energy. This car burns gasoline. This car uses both gasoline and electricity. This jet plane burns jet fuel in its engine.
Okay, good. So cars, their type of energy is fuel. Okay, or some cars use electricity. Some cars you have to charge and plug in. And some in this car, like the one on the right, it burns gasoline, which is also like fuel as well. So some cars will use both gasoline and electricity. And then we have like the plane, it'll use jet fuel. But the overall is that fuel gives cars energy. So some cars get energy from electricity, but also from fuel, which would be like gas, okay? So everything needs energy in order for it to work, including us. We need energy as well, okay? So yeah, so that is it for energy. That's basically, your test will be super easy this week, just kind of asking what uses energy, how is energy used, and that is it. So next week we'll move into, well, when we come back from break, we'll move into forces and movement, pushing and pull and gravity, okay? All right. Okay, let's go to your social studies, 130. We'll be talking about the new America, the current America.
I got the pen. Something happened. Something happened.
Huh?
You what? Should I do this one? Well, I want something in the towel.
Did you sanitize your hands?
No, you want me to do this one. I can do this one.
Hold on. Okay, 130.
No, I'm doing person.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Actually, the student.
All right. Okay, 130. Anybody? So we finished with the railroad on last week, discussing how, cattle ranching, how the railroad helped to expand the West in a lot of ways. And one of those ways that the West grew was ranching began, cattle ranching, where it became a business where men would catch the cattle and they would lasso the cattle and catch them, and they would hire the ranchers the cowboys to take care of the cattle, and the cowboy's job was to get the cattle to the east because they could make it was a business, right? They could give the cattle away, they could get meat from the cattle, different things from the cattle. Of course, this made problems arise with the Native Americans because they felt like some of the land some of, Lord, that's the wrong thing. Sorry, y'all. Thinking about two things at one time. So anyway, yeah, so they would take about 4 months for them to get the cattle from the west to the east. And during that trip, the cowboys had to make sure that they took very good care of the cattle, the cows, and that they were safe during this time so that they could safely get them to the west. Okay, so we're going to jump into our next chapter, which talks about a new America. So now America has more states at this point. Not only does America have a lot of more states, but also you can get anywhere in America right now. That railroad really helped to expand America. So as America is growing, more and more people hear about how America is now a place where people could come for new opportunities. So people from all kinds of different countries, they learned about America and how America's systems work, which we'll talk about the free enterprise when we come back. And they wanted to come here. They felt like it would be a great place to have a fresh start. So a lot of people decided that, hey, we should come to America. And this is how America grew with diversity, meaning it had a lot of people from different cultures and different places. So 130, anybody would like to read? Okay, let's see. Go ahead, Josiah, and then I'll have the next person. So 130, a new America.
America was growing quickly to people from other countries. America sounded like a place where their dreams could come true. By the late 1800s, hundreds of people left their countries to become new Americans. They were called immigrants. An immigrant is a person who leaves his own country to make his home in another country. New Americans came from the countries all over the world.
Good. Okay, so America is growing quickly. And so in the late 1800s, a bunch of people came to America. These people were called immigrants, okay? An immigrant is a person who leaves their own country to make their home in a new country. So you have people leaving from Europe, from Asia, from all kinds of different parts of the world. They were leaving their country and moving to America. That's why they are called the immigrants. Many of the immigrants traveled by boat to America, and they actually made it into the New York Harbor. That's where a lot of them landed when they came here in America, in the New York Harbor, actually at the Statue of Liberty. There's an island called Ellis Island, and they actually have like a book that has like the documentation of like a lot of people who came here, the year they came, the name they came, their name, and the year that they came. Okay, so a lot of immigrants will leave their country and come and make a new home in America, in a new country. Okay, 131. Okay, Omar.
The next page.
131.
Okay. Most immigrants could not take all of their belongings when they moved to America. Some could not even take suitcases. They had little money. They were leaving countries where they could not own their land or their own business. Some did not even have freedom of religion. Some came from countries where there was not enough food. No matter where they came from or their reason for coming, these immigrants all wanted to become Americans. They came with a great desire to build a new life in a free country. In the United States, they were free to follow their dreams.
Good. Okay. Thank you. So a lot of the immigrants, when they traveled here to America, a lot of them had to leave everything basically because they couldn't take all of their stuff with them. So a lot of times they came with barely anything and barely any money as well. But they had a hope and a dream that coming to America would change that, their life would change here. Some of them came here to start a business, to have their own land. Some of them wanted a freedom of religion. Remember when we talked about the Pilgrims? That was one of their reasons they came to America. And some people came because in their country there wasn't enough food, and they heard in America there was an abundance of food. Okay, So they all came to America because they all had a reason for, they all wanted something better, so they came here to America. Okay, so some of them had a hope and good job. Remember, we kind of talked about this in first grade. You may not remember when we went to San Francisco, I told you many people rushed to California because of the California gold rush, right? So a lot of them came here because they heard about the California gold rush and they were like, we're going to rush. So about 25,000 Chinese people rushed to the United States to find gold, looking for work and also to find gold. So you had a lot of people that came during this time looking for gold, looking for work, a lot of things, but especially when that gold rush happened, a lot of people left their country to come to America because there was gold to be found here. Okay, so about 5 million immigrants in the 1800s settled from Germany in the Midwest. So 5 million from Germany alone came to America and settled in the Midwest. Okay, then some of them, you know, they all had a reason why they came. So in Ireland, some of the people came to America because there was a potato famine in Ireland, right? The Irish people. So there was a potato famine. Remember, famine means a shortage of food. So there was a potato famine, and a lot of them died and starved during this time. So that's why a lot of them came to America, because they had that famine that hit their land. So they came to America hoping to find more food. Okay, 132. Dreams of New Americans. Come on, Carly.
Each immigrant had a dream he hoped
No, you have to read the sentence and match the lines of the picture.
in the United States. What were some of these dreams? The dream of being free to worship God, the dream of finding a good job and earning money, the dream of every child getting an education, the dream of owning land or a house.
Okay, so the dream. So each immigrant had a dream. Like I said, they all had a reason they came here. Like we said, some of them wanted to be free to worship God. Some wanted to find a job and get more money. Some of them wanted better education, and some just wanted to own their own land or their own house. They all had a reason they came to America. Okay, and let's finish on 133. Somebody did not. Okay, but come on. Oh, well, look, I'm gonna let Josiah, did you read one of the pages yet? No? Oh, you read the first one? Yeah, okay. All right, come on, Evan.
Some of these dreams came true right away. Other dreams took longer. For many, English was a new language too. They had to find jobs to provide for their families. To become a citizen of a new
Okay, awesome. All right. So some of their dreams came true right away, but some of them, it took a little while for them to achieve their dreams. So some of them, well, a lot of them, they did not speak English as their first language. And in America, that's the language that's spoken here. So a lot of them had to take time to learn the American language, the English language, before they were able to really move forward to find jobs and different things like that. So they also have to go through a process to become what's called a citizen. Okay, a citizen is a person who belongs to a country. Like we are American citizens because we are born here, right? We live here. This is where we are. We're citizens. These people were not citizens, so they had to go through a process to become a citizen. And still today, people can come from different countries and they have to go through a process before they have to take a test and all of that before they become a citizen. Okay, so it wasn't easy, of course, for some. They had to go through a process, but eventually they worked hard and they became an American citizen and it all paid off for them. So leaving their country was worth it for them. Okay, all right, so that's it for this week, talking about the immigrants and the different reasons why they chose to come to America. So when we come back from break, we'll talk about the free enterprise system, which that's why a lot of people came here too, because it allowed them to make money with a business. Okay. All right, so this is where we'll stop today, guys. So that was our last lesson of the day. Yay. All right, so that is it for today, guys. Go, if you didn't complete all your pages, make sure you do all your work with pages and everything. Y'all have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye.